Debugging a bad connection in an electronic circuit. Something you need to figure out here on Smokeless Chimney. This is a Longbow transmissometer, and it has a 1 meter path length. I'm trying to put all the electronic controls and sensor on one end, and then the light source on the other. In most of my systems, I put the light source and its power supply, which is a current-controlled power supply, very close to the light source. In this case, I'm trying to put it remotely, and I ran into some problems. One, I want to run the light through that tube, the wire through that tube, and it's 6 feet long, and I was using 1.2 millimeter silicon conductors. And I kept running into a problem with the power supply not providing enough current. And a couple things came to mind. One, I've got a much longer wire length, and I want to, shall we say, be able to get enough power to the light down the conductors. So I found a problem in one of my connections. I wasn't able to get enough power to my light. Light would come on, but it would wander around and wasn't stable. You need a very stable light source for these transmissometers. After working with this unit for several hours, I noticed that when I touched the light, it went out or would change its brightness, and that I just decided I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I built a new wire and then pulled it through and connected it up. It does appear that the blue wire, that's a heat shrink solder connection. It's the smallest little heat shrink tubing things that I have, and it's got a very narrow section that's good. And I should just learn not to trust those because I've had this problem before. When I got it together with the new wire, thicker wire, lower gauge wire, lower gauge number means I can pass more current through it. I hooked it up to the power supply, and I was able to get great amperage through the circuit and get the light very stable. I'm currently dissipating 2.4 watts through the conductors and the LED. You have to think about it as one unit because you're losing some power in the wires. And then when I'm looking at the data, we're getting pretty stable readings. The transmission is hanging at 100%. We've got small deviations in the mean lux, and our color has stabilized. So this is a very stable transmissometer, and we're able to start testing with it.